Yep, you saw me. There you go, guys. That's a fish. There you go, guys. That's unreal! Oh, this is such an awesome looking fish. Oh, yeah! Alright, guys, check that out.
What's up, everyone? Scott the TroutHammer here, and welcome back to another Real Talk. It's been quite a while since I've done a Real Talk video. Actually, the last one I did was the start of the year. If you're new to the channel and you haven't seen one of these Real Talk videos before, basically it's just where I sit down, talk about things about fishing, give my honest opinion about stuff, and try to create a discussion that I want you guys to get involved in. If you guys want to see my other Real Talk videos, I'll put a link for it up here in this corner. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there, notify bell next to it, so you're going to be the first to see all the great content that's going to come from this channel. And when you subscribe to the channel, if your account setting is on public and I can read your name, I'll give you a shout out in the video I record over the weekend, which actually this one is. Usually I go fishing over the weekend, but the forecast shows we've got 2 thunderstorms coming through the valley this weekend, and I don't really want to be outside fishing in lightning while holding what basically amounts to a lightning rod. Now again, a lot of people subscribed to my channel this week, about 40 people subbed this week, but only one person either had their account setting on public or let me know they subscribed, and that's NJ Angler. So thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. It means the universe to me, and this is how I say thank you, is giving you the shout out in the video I recorded over the weekend. But if you subscribe to the channel and your account setting is on private and I couldn't read your name, you guys know who you are, you guys are rock stars, I thank you just the same. So yeah, a long time since I've done a Real Talk episode, and I'm not going to say that the title of this video is misleading. It's not going to be what you thought it is. You know, when I talk about how to be a better fisherman, it's not about catching fish. It's not about skill. It's more a matter of integrity. It's how you conduct yourself, how to be a better fisherman, not a more skilled fisherman. I actually plan on doing a video about things that you probably don't even realize make you a more skilled fisherman. I'm going to make that video down the road, but this one, I want to talk about what makes you a better fisherman. You know, skill is one thing. I could make a video talking all day about, you know, how you tune your crankbait, how you adjust your angles to present something different to a fish, how you could say, you know, back to crankbait, how you could say bring a crankbait that's got rattles in it across bass multiple times and it's not getting it to react, but then you bring a silent crankbait through and bam, it just absolutely destroys it. Those are different things than being a better fisherman. That's something about skill, that's being able to adjust on the fly. These are things that make you a better fisherman. It doesn't matter how skilled of a fisherman you are if you are not a better fisherman in these ways. And these are my opinions, these are ways that I conduct myself, and they're ways that I hope you also conduct yourself as a fisherman. It sort of dovetails off of the last top 5 video I did where I talk about top 5 respects that every fisherman must show. And if you guys haven't seen that video, I'll put the link for that one right up here too. But we're going into some more serious stuff. Not just the respects that you have to show, respect the land, respect the fish, respect other fishermen. These are codes of conduct that every fisherman really should obey. Here's something that's pretty hard to believe, but I want you to understand, and I want you to sort of take this expectation for yourself also. Not just for other people, not just for other fishermen, but for yourself. Not everyone always catches fish. Now, there's people, I've tried to make this channel something that shows the effort of fishing, something that shows the joy of fishing, not just the success of fishing. There's people out there that only upload videos that they catch fish. There's people that they only show, like, success for them. Like, I just happened to stumble across this pond and I caught a monster. I just happened to plan my trip this way and everything worked out exactly how I planned. I caught the fish I wanted. That does not always happen. And that's not this channel. If you expect that to be this kind of channel, you found the wrong channel. The bothersome side to that for me is when fishermen put other fishermen down because they don't catch fish. And this isn't just on, like, out in the lake, you know, you don't fling crap at someone because they didn't catch a fish, or someone loses a fish, you put them down. Don't do that to yourself, don't do that to other anglers, and also this stretches across YouTube also. If someone uploads a video where they're trying to show how something is supposed to work, show the mindset behind something, show if something works or not, if they don't catch fish, don't put them down. You make yourself look like a jerk in the process, and it's not just the fact that, yeah, someone uploaded a video where they didn't catch fish. You make yourself look like a real jerk in the process, and I'm not gonna, you know, name any names, but there's an example of a video I uploaded where someone tried to put me down for not catching a fish, and I was kind of blown away by all of the, and it's not just having an awesome community of people that like the videos I make, just the number of fishermen that sort of piled on top of that guy in their replies to his comments, saying that, you know, oh, I'm sure you always catch fish, or we can't be as good a fisherman as the great fill in the blank name. I don't want you to go through the backlash of putting people down because they don't catch fish, and the backlash also, consider that internally. How do you feel? And you know, I'm not gonna go, you know, grade school counselor on you here, but how do you feel when someone puts you down for not catching a fish, and you're gonna put someone else through that? A lot of fishing is effort, especially a lot of the fishing around here. Salmon, steelhead, surf fishing, a lot of that comes down to effort. And you have to respect the effort. Like the Addicted Fishing channel says, you can't catch them from the couch. And if you're going to act like you catch fish from the couch watching other people's videos, and you yourself don't make videos of you catching fish every time, I don't think you have a right to put someone down for not catching a fish. And sort of piggybacking off of that code of conduct, piggybacking off of that also, is when someone catches a fish and they think it's bigger than it is, or they act like it's bigger than it is. We've all seen the pictures of guys that they catch like a 1 pound bass and they're holding it up to the camera and they're just like, they're looking like, you know, they can barely see over the fish, like, look how big this fish is. And yeah, that makes the fish look big, but that's also sort of a rule with bass fishing, is everyone holds the fish as close to the camera as they can. I do it, I know you do it, and just about every successful fishing channel on YouTube, every successful fisherman on Instagram does the exact same thing. The problem happens when you put someone's catch down, when you decide to dog on them for catching a fish and getting excited about catching a fish, even if it's small. Celebrate it. I've celebrated fishermen that, you know, I mean, I was absolutely blessed this year in that the first bass I caught was over 3 pounds. And there are people that I know that the first bass they caught this year were juveniles, or maybe like half-pound bass or like quarter-pound bass. I still celebrated it. It's a fish catch. And it's a bass fish catch pretty early in the season compared to last year, where, you know, I didn't catch my first bass until the end of May, and that wasn't from lack of effort. But again, it really unbecomes you as a fisherman if you get on, you know, I'll just continue using the 2 examples. If you get on YouTube, if you get onto Instagram and see people's fish catch, and, you know, you think you could catch a bigger fish, or they catch a small fish and they post a picture of it, they're celebrating the fish, and you put them down for, oh, look at that tiny fish, or they catch an ugly fish and you're like, oh, look at that boot. It's still a fish catch, and it means they were successful in what they tried to accomplish. That's something worth complimenting. Now, I sort of mentioned in earlier parts of this video how, you know, you should really internalize a lot of things about fishing. Now, here's something that I definitely internalize, as something that I suggest you internalize as well, is be your own biggest critic. That means never stop learning. One of the benefits of when I upload videos and I didn't catch a fish is it provides a learning opportunity. You can sit back and look at that, and I go back to videos where I don't catch fish, and I sit back and look at that and I go, I would do this differently, I would do this differently, I would do this differently, I'd take this approach instead of this approach, and the next time I go out, I'll take those things and I'll find success. And say also you can put that into content creation on YouTube. Be your own biggest critic. I am constantly displeased with the content I make because I know I can make better, and I'm always looking for little changes. I'm trying to constantly progress, trying to make better thumbnails, trying to pick better camera angles. If you've gone out fishing with me, a lot of people who've gone out fishing with me when I record, I do multiple takes. Anytime I'm gonna say something, I don't just, you know, oh, la, 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 now let's get fishing. I'll go, la, 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 oh, la, 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 la. I'm just going over and over again trying to get the best take I can, but that's because I've learned from my mistakes. I've criticized myself. I've seen where I can improve, and I set forth a goal to improve that way. So take this also, like, as an example from tournament bass fishing. One of my favorite channels, Tyler's Real Fishing, he shows the struggles of tournament bass fishing, and he always ends his videos with things that he could have done differently, but he also shows the practice videos, the ones where they go out and they pre-fish an area for a tournament. that's what I'm talking about with those videos where you don't catch fish, and also what you need to do with those trips you don't catch fish is sit back, reflect, and adjust. And now bringing this full circle to where I wanted to finalize this sort of idea, this sort of discussion, is to treat yourself like a champion. Mindset is everything. I know I've had videos where I talk about that your mindset is the most important tool in your tackle box. That is absolutely true. You have to visualize your success. Look at it this way. Every legend began as a novice. Every master began as an apprentice. It's that mindset that helped carry them forward to success. Arnold Schwarzenegger, who's one of my like role models, not just in like bodybuilding, but just like what he's talked about in life and how he found success, his 7 rules of success. One of the biggest things is that visualization, and he absolutely had the mindset of a champion from day one. Everyone who knew him said that. He conducted himself like a champion. So then along with that, let me ask you a question that sort of can fit into fishing. Let me sort of ask you the question this way. If Michael Jordan missed a free throw, did he check out of the game? No, he didn't. He kept going forward like he was a champion. If you miss that fish, you don't let that fish miss take you out of the game. You don't let that destroy your mindset. You continue forward thinking that this is going to help you become the champion you already see yourself being. This will help you become the fishing legend you already see yourself being. And you might be thinking that's a little haughty, that's a little, a little too much to conduct yourself as a champion, to conduct yourself as a legend. That's internal. You stay humble through the whole process. You definitely stay humble. You don't put other people down, like I said, as a champion. You don't put down other people's fish catches like you were a champion. You stay humble through the whole process. You conduct yourself with integrity. You lift other people up. That's the purpose of strong people, is not to put other people down, but to lift other people up. And that also internalizes in yourself to sort of just, this whole package says that this is how you become a better fisherman. This is how you become a champion. This is how you become a legend. And it all starts with conduct, integrity, and mindset. So now's the part of the real talk where I turn the discussion over to you guys, and I want to know what you guys thought down in the comments below, and I want you guys to continue the discussion. That also means let me know if there's anything I've missed that you think absolutely needs to be included, and I answer every comment that comes across this channel, so I'm going to be continuing the discussion with you guys in the comments down below. And also, if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button down there, notify bell next to it, so you're going to be the first to see all the great content that's going to come from this channel. If you guys want other ways to support the channel, subscribing is really the best way to support the channel, but if you guys want other ways, I got links down below to my Facebook, to my Instagram, to my Patreon, all those goodies. I'm trying to get a lot more active on Instagram. I'm trying to take a lot more pictures of the fish I catch, and also give more daily updates on what's going on in the life of a TroutHammer outside the YouTube channel. But Patreon, completely up to you guys. I've got my reward tier set really low because my means are really small for this channel. Even $1 goes a long way, and it's an amount that you probably won't even notice leave your bank account. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for joining me for another Real Talk. And as always, tips up, tight lines, and have fun fishing.